In the early 1990s, a vehicle burst onto the civilian market, captivating the imagination of Americans with its rugged design and military heritage. The Hummer, derived from the military's high-mobility multi-purpose, wheeled vehicle Humvee, became a symbol of power, freedom, and American engineering. Its sheer size and bold design made it impossible to ignore a rolling testament to power and wealth. At its peak, the Hummer represented a militaristic aesthetic in excess. Two key factors contributed to the Hummer's popularity: its rugged appearance and military background. Celebrity endorsements, particularly from figures like Arnold Schwarzenegger, helped solidify the Hummer's place on the roads. However, just as quickly as its prominence grew, the Hummer's popularity declined, ultimately leading to its discontinuation. During the early 2000s, the Hummer's success was defined more by its brand identity than by sales numbers. This video explores the factors that contributed to the Hummer's rapid rise and the subsequent challenges that led to its decline. The Hummer's origins trace back to 1983 when AM General, a heavy vehicle manufacturer, received $1 billion from the Pentagon to develop the high-mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, Humvee, a military vehicle designed for versatility and durability. Its performance during the Gulf conflict captured public attention, leading to the introduction of a civilian version in 1992, the Hummerhone. The Humvee's ability to transport troops and cargo over rough terrain made it particularly useful in military conflict zones. Its unique design and off-road capabilities appealed to a niche market seeking adventure and distinction. The Humvee became a staple of the U.S. military, with 72,000 units produced by 1991. Its effectiveness in Middle Eastern conflict zones highlighted its capacity to navigate challenging landscapes. The Hummer's popularity skyrocketed when high-profile individuals, especially Arnold Schwarzenegger, became early adopters. Their endorsements elevated the Hummer to cultural icon status, symbolizing wealth and rugged individualism. Its appearances in movies and music videos further entrenched its presence in pop culture. Ultimately, the vehicle's main selling point was its off-roading ability, largely made possible by its distinctive design. However, potential buyers had to sacrifice some comfort standards typically associated with everyday cars to enjoy this feature and performance. Recognizing the commercial potential of the Hummer brand, General Motors acquired it in 1999. General Motors introduced new models, the H2 and H3, to broaden the vehicle's appeal. These models were more affordable and slightly more practical, resulting in increased sales and a stronger market presence. General Motors utilized a marketing strategy that appealed to men concerned about their masculinity, encouraging them to purchase the Hummer to reclaim it. One controversial ad, which directly addressed this notion, faced significant backlash. The infamous tofu ad for the Hummer changed its messaging from "reclaim your masculinity" to "restore the balance," although the marketing strategy remained quite obvious. The transition from a military vehicle to a civilian model was not smooth. From the beginning, the Hummer struggled with practicality and everyday usability. While it included basic amenities such as a radio and air conditioning, these features did little to improve its practicality for the average driver. Despite some media attention that helped maintain its popularity, the Hummer's design and features reflected its military origins and lacked the sophistication that many consumers expected from a high-priced vehicle. Even with its hefty price tag, the Hummer was often criticized for its rough around-the-edges feel. The A2, in particular, was a victim of its time. It was large, expensive, and extremely thirsty for gas, qualities that do not fare well during an economic recession. In fact, the H2 never received an official fuel economy rating from the Environmental Protection Agency because it was too heavy. Reportedly, many Hummer owners were concerned about the environment, but lacked the knowledge to understand that a Prius, for example, would be less harmful to the air than a Hummer. As environmental awareness grew, the Hummer faced increasing criticism for its poor fuel economy and large carbon footprint. With rising fuel prices and a growing emphasis on sustainability, consumers began to favor more fuel-efficient vehicles. The Hummer's reputation as a gas guzzler became a liability, deterring environmentally conscious buyers. Concerns about climate change and the impact of fossil fuels have led to increased scrutiny of gas-guzzling vehicles, and the Hummer, with its low miles per gallon ratings, became a key target for environmental criticism. Like many great stories, the downfall of the Hummer began with its greatest strength. It was a powerful off-roader. However, this capability came at a cost, as it was expensive to operate amidst the financial turmoil of the late 2000s. During this time, the economy faced significant challenges, including a recession that tightened consumer spending. The Iranian conflict in 2007 triggered a spike in global oil prices, which resulted in dramatically higher gas prices for American consumers. The Hummer's poor fuel economy made it increasingly impractical to own as gas prices soared. One critical issue with the Hummer was the difficulty in finding parts, particularly tires, which were nearly impossible to locate due to their specialized nature and limited production. This scarcity made routine maintenance and repairs challenging. Although the Hummer offered benefits to drivers who could tolerate its discomfort, its high sticker price and refueling costs made it more suitable for the wealthy. However, when the stock market crashed in 2008, many consumers became suddenly concerned about their finances. The Hummer was one of the casualties of the Great Recession. General Motors, GM, filed for bankruptcy in 2009, and the Hummer brand was subsequently dismantled. The high costs associated with owning and maintaining a Hummer ultimately outweighed its appeal as a status symbol. Sales plummeted in 2008, and by 2009, General Motors' bankruptcy led to the discontinuation of several brands, including Hummer. General Motors attempted to sell the Hummer brand to the Chinese manufacturer Sichuan Tengzhong Heavy Industrial Machinery Company. However, the deal fell through due to regulatory issues and the lack of approval from the Chinese government. Chinese officials were primarily concerned about air quality at the time, which made them reluctant to approve a vehicle like the Hummer. Ultimately, Beijing opposed the purchase. A unique and interesting fact about the Hummer is that the name is an abbreviation of Humvee, which stands for High Mobility Multi-Purpose Wheeled Vehicle. Before the civilian version of the Hummer became available, it was regarded as a military-grade vehicle designed for soldiers and used in combat situations. As a result, General Motors announced the wind-down of the Hummer brand in 2010, marking the end of its production. Advancements in battery technology and electric motors have inspired new hope in the automotive industry. Many car manufacturers are riding the electric wave initiated by Tesla, and GM is the latest to join this trend. General Motors saw an opportunity to revive the Hummer and seized it. Rebranded as the Hummer EV, GMC announced the return of the beloved SUV and pickup truck, but with a significant transformation. The new model retains the H2's body, grille, size, and large wheels, but it is an entirely different vehicle under the hood. The Hummer story is a testament to the dynamic nature of consumer preferences and market forces. While it captured a unique moment in automotive history, symbolizing power and adventure, it ultimately succumbed to changing environmental concerns, economic realities, and shifting consumer values. The Hummer remains a notable chapter in the narrative of American automotive innovation and cultural expression. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.